What are you guys doing making all that noise? Oh, here comes the dog. Got one of the Polishes sitting there. Let's take a look at the greenhouse real quick. It's been a while, I think, since you guys have seen that. The dryer is running right now. You can see the lettuce is doing really good. The carrots are doing their thing. And the cauliflower and the broccoli are kind of growing a little bit on the slow side. I gotta get in here and pull a couple of weeds, but you can see the dryer's running right there. Oh, why is this cracked open? It's way too cold to have that cracked open. Alright, let's go see what's going on with the animals out here. The dog. Alright. Got my burn barrel. The ducks are doing their thing. It is cold out here today. It's about a little over 40 degrees. Alright, what we're going to talk about today is this. This is the garden. Now, I did till this. I didn't get this one on video. I'll get the new tiller on the garden, the tomato garden behind that white fence there. But I did do this. We did pull samples from this garden and from the garden over there. The garden over there I just didn't till yet. I did pull the samples before I tilled. Let's see what the goats are up to. Hey, come here. Okay, this one here and that one there should have, both of these two should have babies late March, beginning of April. And that guy right there should be the daddy for both of these. So, there's Colt. What are you doing, buddy? Yeah, these things, they eat a lot more when it gets cold out, man. They really start to fatten up. They go through twice as much hay. Hey, what? What are you doing? Well, not much. You can see the sun's about to go down here. Lots of projects to do. Still waiting for my elbow to heal up, but let's go inside and we'll talk about the samples we pulled from that garden and this garden, and then we will let you know what's going to happen with that. Let's head back inside. Hello, Nader dog. Look at him wagging his tail. We got our Christmas stuff up. Got our tree. We got that. Going up there. We got some Axemen on TV. Got a little fire going. And of course, there's all that good stuff. Now, this is actually a light center. You can't see it right now. Well, let me turn that off. Now, it's got some lights on it. It's got her fancy stuff on the table. So. Alright. What's that? Yeah, we're getting ready to eat some locally raised beef, some steaks. So we're going to get to that, and then we'll come back and we'll finish this video. Looks like the critters are stealing the show once again. Alright, anyways, you saw the footage I took outside there of what was going on in the gardens. If you remember last season, we had some issues with like blossom end rot on our tomatoes, and the cucumbers didn't do too well, the green beans didn't do too well. I mean, it was actually a bad year for us for gardening. Well, we still pulled out over 700 pounds, but we were expecting kind of like 2,000 pounds. So what we did is we went to our local extension office from the Department of Agriculture in our county, and we got these little boxes here. We got 4 samples we're going to be sending off, and they're sending them to the University of Tennessee to do a soil test on them. Oh, look at this, the dog. You want to go out? All right, hold on a sec. Come on, buddy. Come on. Go on. It's always something.
Always.
Where was I? Yeah, we're sending these 4 samples off to have the soil tested to see what kind of nutrients we're lacking or what's going on with it. But I'll tell you what, it's kind of interesting because they give you a whole, you know, like 4 different groups of things to test for. I mean, it says nutrient test is which is what we want to do. Organic matter, I'm not that concerned about. Soluble salts, not really that concerned about it either. Texture, and then sulfur content. Now, if nothing grew at all, I would probably get it tested for everything, but this is the 3rd year we've been gardening in that spot, and this is the 1st year we've really had a big problem. So I'm pretty sure it's just a nutrient problem. because each one of these boxes to test is $15, and there's 4 of them. So you're already at $60 just for a nutrient test and 4 different spots. By the time you pile all these on, you could be looking at, let me see, you got 10, 20, 50, you could be looking at $80 a box if you were to do them all, and that's a little much. So we're just going to go with the nutrient test and see what's going on there. And then they have, in the paperwork, there's different, of course you got to have your sample names and locations, that way you know which one came from where. But there's also this whole entire list of codes they give you for all the different crops. So whatever box or sample, whatever you're planting or planning to plant in there, you take the code off of here, write it on this paperwork, that way they know what you're trying to grow in that spot. And then kind of look at the soil and they'll tell you what to do to tailor it to your need for what you're going to grow. So we're going to send this out soon, and I don't know when the results are going to come back. It might be a couple weeks, it might be a month, I have no idea. I've never done this before, but we're going to give this a try and see what the recommendations are and do it. And then basically after everything starts growing this summer, if things work like they're supposed to and we have a great year, then I know that this actually works. You know, I was a little skeptical of some of this stuff because this is from the Department of Agriculture. This one I would believe more than the tests I was looking at on Amazon. I was looking at a bunch of different soil tests on Amazon, right? Looking at the reviews, and one of the reviews on there, this guy said, I got 2 different tests from 2 totally separate companies, and he sent each one of them the same sample. You know, he took it out of the same spot in the ground, sent one this way and one that way, and he said he got them back, and they were both the exact opposite of each other. One saying the soil is great, the other one saying it's horrible, but it came from the same square foot that, you know, where he pulled the soil from. So it's like, all right, that just kind of made it weird for me. I mean, this is from the county and the Department of Agriculture, and I don't think there would be anything like that going on there, but you never know. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take these 4 boxes, we're going to send this all out, and kind of see what happens and see what they tell us. I mean, they'll give you recommendations on different things to amend the soil to make it better for what we're going to plant. So before you know it, I mean, it's December now. I mean, we're looking at end of February, beginning of March is when we start planting all of our stuff indoors in our seed rack, which was our very first video. If you haven't seen that one, go all the way back in our videos to the first one.
I'll put a card up.
Yeah, that was the very first video we ever did, was a seed rack that I built. So with that being said, that's what's going on with the soil. So we're going to find out if this is worth it or not. So this is probably going to be an ongoing thing. We're going to get these results back. When we do, we'll do another video on it, tell you what we found, tell you what they recommend, and then we're going to do that. And then after we plant everything and it's growing, that'll be another video on it. Were they right? Were they wrong? Did it work? Did it not? Who knows? So with that being said, I think we're going to wrap this up. And I know it's been a while since we've done a video, but we've had other things going on. So we're going to wrap this up now, and we'll catch you on the next one.